I come from a very, very complaining heavy culture in Romania and Eastern Europe in general. And I feel like people here communicate mostly to comparing about stuff and mostly to saying the bad things about the situation. So I came back to my home country and I realized that everyone, but everyone is complaining about everything. And I was trying to understand why and realized that that's a way that we were taught that communication is like. And I just decided to stop complaining for a week. And this was very easy to do because I mostly lived alone for this week. And so, for example, my partner, I used to complain a lot to my partner and say these things out loud. But now that he's not here, then I kind of don't have anyone to complain to. So it's way easier than having someone around. But what for me counts as complaining is not just what you say out loud. It can be just a thought that you have. So, for example, oh, the traffic is so bad, what the fuck? Or I'm so tired. People here are so dumb. Why do I have to do this? Why is the universe throwing this at me? Blah, 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 blah. Even just a little bit of eye rolls that I do when I see something on the street, or yeah, just judging, complaining without any sense and without maybe any proof either. The first day I was doing this, it was kind of funny because I kind of realized that most of the things that I said were mostly just noise. Like they were not helping anyone whatsoever. And I realized that me complaining is so automatic. Like I used to complain about literally everything. Like I complain about the weather. I complain about being in a place. I complain about literally anything and everything. And even if it's small and if it's just like one mention and then it doesn't obviously impact my day that much, it did. Like a lot. This is bad because I was kind of feeding my own helplessness. I was thinking that I'm not powerful and not confident, basically. I'm feeding the fact that I'm in a helpless situation. I cannot do anything about it and I just don't like it. And yeah, I'm just powerless in this situation. That's basically what complaining is. Because you start with this sucks and then you end up at life is annoying at the end. Like you go through this cycle of this sucks, I'm a victim, nothing will change, and then you end up with life kind of sucks and I don't really like it anymore here. And then you go back to normal. And this is literally a mental habit that makes you feel like you're not empowered at all. And even worse, your brain is trying to reinforce this pattern and only find things that are negative to you because that's what it feels like you need to in order to survive. Survival in this case is just like you going through your life or you having a conversation. So then you become someone that looks for flaws in everything, not for possibilities or innovation or something that you can change, which is kind of annoying to feel like. Don't realize this. And I didn't used to realize this at all before. Like I didn't even used to realize how much I was complaining before. This gets your energy very low and you feel like I don't know, you just lose hope in life little by little and yeah, it's kind of annoying because you also give off that low energy vibe. You also feel like you have low energy with yourself and you also feel like you're kind of hopeless and life has no hope anymore and meaning and blah. But once I stopped complaining, I realized that people started liking my presence a lot this week. And I also realized that I was feeling energized the entire day. Like I didn't feel the need to take a nap. I didn't feel the need to do anything to recharge myself. I just had energy throughout the entire day. And I was kind of happy the entire day too. I had like this positive outlook. And every time I would complain, I would just pinch myself, like quite literally. I was doing the Pavlovian psychology trials and tricks. Basically, you train yourself against doing something by putting some sort of pain related and associated to doing that thing. So you have this reward system, but in this case, it's like a negative reward. Yeah, this is what I was doing with the complaining. So every time a thought would come up or like a conversation would come up and I would complain about something, I would just pinch myself and then move on. And this has helped so much because I had to come up on the spot with like ideas that are positive about the world and about my life and about the experiences that I'm in. And also to myself in my daily life, every time I would complain in my head, the thought just erased the moment I pinched myself. And so I had an empty mind and then my mind would just come up with something else. And like eventually my mind just stopped coming up with negative things. And like of course there's some, but it's not like the majority of my day. So now I think I have pretty, really positive things in my head, which is kind of insane to think that only 1 week change this. Yeah, I think a lot of my personality was very stuck in this complaining loop. I was oversharing a lot. And yeah, I was listening to people also too a lot, but like I was definitely trauma dumping on a lot of people. And especially in my past like 2 or 3 years ago, I used to do this so much. Now I think I'm finer just because I have like more closest friends. But Before I used to do it so much. But then when you leave this away, you have a lot of space to regrow yourself and you rebuild yourself. Because, like, if you stop complaining, which is probably for me, it was like 50% of a conversation, you start realizing that you can build your own personality again, and hope you enjoyed this video and hope you learned something from it. If you want to learn more about psychology and my lessons that I learned while traveling the world, then you should watch this playlist. Love you guys. Have the best day of your life. Kisses. Bye bye.